Hello, and today we do 6D on page 57, reported speech questions. I can report questions which other people have asked. So if we look here at number 2, we listen to the press conference. We'll listen to this in class, and we fill out exercise number 2 with the following words. So number 1, they asked him if he could remember the previous night clearly. Number 2, they asked him where he'd seen the spacecraft. Number 3, they asked him how many aliens there had been. Number 4, they asked him if he felt different after his encounter. Number 5, they asked him if the aliens would try to make contact again. And number 6, they asked him if the police were investigating his story. Okay, so number 4, reported questions. Number 1, the reporting verb is ask. Number 2, the tense changes are the same as for reported statements. Number 3, pronouns and time expressions change in the same way as for reported statements. Number 4, the subject comes before the verb. Number 5, we don't use do or did. And 6, we use if when we report yes and no questions. So, number 5. Here are some questions that the reporters asked Vernon, and we rewrite them as reported questions. So, number 1, did you take any photos? They asked him if he'd taken any photos. Kao što vidite, menja se za jedno vreme unazad. Were you scared? They asked him if he had been scared. Simple past changes into past perfect. Number 3, do you drink every night? They asked him if he drank every night. Drink se menja u drank. Number 4, will you give more interviews tomorrow? They asked him if he would give more interviews the next day. Will se menja u would. Number 5, can you describe the spacecraft? They asked him if he could describe the spacecraft. Can se menja u could u prošle vreme. And 6, are you telling the truth? They asked him if he was telling the truth. Simple present continuous changes into past continuous. Znači uvek za jedno vreme unazad. We go to page 118. 6.2 reported speech questions. Indirektni govor pitanja. When we change direct questions to reported questions, the verb form often goes back 1/10. Pronouns change and time expressions often change. Did you see the football match yesterday? She asked him if he had seen the football match the day before. We usually use the reporting verb ask when reporting questions in yes or no questions. We use the structure somebody asked me, somebody asked him, somebody asked them, etc. If. Did you go out? She asked me if I had gone out. Znači, ako očekujemo odgovor da ili ne na pitanje, onda koristimo if u prepričavanju pitanja. In WH questions, we use the structure somebody asked, me, him, or them, plus question word where, what, how, etc. Where did you go? She asked me where I had gone. Znači, ako nema odgovor da ili ne na to pitanje, onda se prepričava bez if. In reported questions, the subject comes before the verb, and auxiliary verbs such as do or did are not used. What do you like? She asked me what I liked. Znači, kad se prepričava, nema to do i did kao što ima u pitanju. So let's have a look at the first exercise. Complete the reported questions with the correct pronouns. Znači, treba menjati i zamenice. Kad prepričavamo, zamenice se menjaju. What did you eat? We asked our mum. We asked her what she had eaten. So we, her, she. Number 2, why have you got my laptop? Dad asked Sophie. He asked her why she had his laptop. Number 3, did you forget about the barbecue? We asked our friends. They asked us if we had forgotten about the barbecue. Number 4, where have you been? Our friends asked us. They asked us where we had been. Number 4, what time did you arrive home? The policeman asked me. He asked me what time I had arrived home. And number 6, did you finish your homework? I asked Jack. I asked if he had finished his homework. Exercise number 2. We rewrite the sentences as reported questions. So the first question, are you listening? The teacher asked her students. The teacher asked her students if they were listening. Number 2, why are you laughing? I asked my sister. I asked my sister why she was laughing. Number 3, what did you do last night? My best friend asked me. My best friend asked me what I had done the night before. Number 4, can you speak Italian? I asked my aunt if she could speak Italian. Number 5, when will you get home? My dad asked me. My dad asked me when I would get home. Number 6, is it raining? My grandma asked. My grandma asked if it was raining. Number 7, what's the time? I asked my mum. I asked my mum what was the time. And number 8, how much money have we spent? My friend asked me. My friend asked me how much money we had spent. Okay, and now we go to our workbooks. 6D, reported speech questions. We do exercise number 1, 2, and 3. And that's all for now. Bye-bye.